Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is 3 ways to get yourself out of a rut, right? It's easy to wake up one day, find yourself in a rut, when your life's momentum has kind of stalled and you're not really sure what's going to come next. That's what addiction is, by the way, in a manner of speaking, a king size rut that seems to have no way out. But no matter how you found yourself at the dead end, running on that hamster wheel, going nowhere, there's no reason to despair because a rut is your chance to go off road and write your rules for your next, fork in the road, adventure, trail journey, whatever you want to call it. It's a good chance to get yourself off the normal beaten path and maybe start to look like you're just going to go in a whole different direction altogether, right? So start with the basics of self-care. That's number one, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 steps. And number one is start with the basics of self-care. It may seem simple and obvious, but if you're thinking through, something as big as the next stage of your life, it's really just important that you take time that your most basic needs are met. Remember, you can't function and be the best version of yourself if you're running around trying to get yourself put together and not even having your basics put together. Remember, in some of my videos, I always say you shouldn't even be dating somebody else until you have yourself, well put together, so to speak. So you have to take care of yourself. This means making sure you get enough sleep, eating healthy food at appropriate times in the day in the proper amount. It's not just about having, a good diet and eating foods. You have to eat them at the right time during the day. And I always tell people reverse these things. Eat your big meal in the morning, eat your medium meal, and in the middle of the day, and then at nighttime eat your lightest meal because you're going to sleep with that in your stomach, and you don't want to sit there and be doing no activity at all with the biggest meal in your stomach. Okay. So, and surround yourself with people who love and support you, who only know how to bring positive vibes, to your energy and your environment and things like that. So, some of the most basic essential building blocks in your life, basically, right? I mean, with these basics in order, you're going to find yourself and having all the energy you need, and it's going to just kind of help you sharpen and think a little bit different and get things rolling, right? So number 2, what I want you to do is I want you to clear out clutter in your life, right? There's dozens of reasons to accumulate things over time. And while it might seem like years have passed and some things are nostalgic and you're holding on to this for that and that kind of reason, but it's been years since you've, opened a book from your undergraduate years or watched a child play when your once favorite video that you have. But if you found yourself in a rut and you are looking for a way to shake up your life, going through things and disregarding what is no longer useful adds a lot of joy and value in life, right? Because you're looking at yourself, you're saying, look how far I've come, and you're also enjoying what you once were with thinking about where you're going. It's a kick in the butt. Go crack open that box of love letters from high school. Go through your yearbook or whatever, but use that to kind of, curate specific items to remain in your home. You're painting a tangible picture through things you choose to keep, and that you can guide yourself into a next chapter. A lot of people might find that surprising that going through old stuff is going to help you move forward. Reflecting on where you were, that doesn't mean you're sitting in it and you're living in sorrow about it or anything. Let's hope not. I hope you had a good past. But even if you didn't, sometimes reflecting on that you've learned from those things and you're moving forward will give you a kick in the butt to kind of jump forward and get off that hamster wheel and stop running in place, right? Number 3, I want you to laugh as much as possible. This is the number one thing I tell friends, family, and relationships. Laugh, laugh, laugh. And if you find yourself not being able to laugh or find general things funny, it means you're not happy with yourself. So you need to be working on yourself and not raining on other people's parade. Work on yourself, get your basics together. But once you've done that, then you want to join into an extremely positive module with people. You want to plug in and just be around people who everything's a joke. They're always having a good time. Even when a serious subject comes up, they know how to take it lightly and they know how to talk about it with a sense of humor. Okay, happiness doesn't have to be as complicated as we make it, because when we set, kind of big goals and and benchmarks and milestones and indicators, there's a sense of satisfaction when you get to look at that and go, wow, 6 months ago I was down in the dumps, I was crying, I was lonely. Here I'm sitting at a table with wonderful people just laughing it up. It's a milestone once you get in that. So find time today to laugh. Call a friend that has a great sense of humor. Go have a coffee. Call them on the phone. Spend 30 minutes talking. Have a good joke. Enjoy a good meal. Share some time with a close friend. Getting closer and people and things that bring you the most happiness will guide you towards your most fulfilling path, right? And as we all know, laughter scientifically gives you a natural health boost because it produces certain kinds of chemicals, and it shows that dopamine levels in the brain and whatnot have more stimulation to them. Not necessarily they produce more, but they have more stimulation, right? It's why sometimes laughing and having a good time can lead with sex with a partner, or can lead to hanging out with somebody for hours at a time, because those kind of things, they naturally bond the human experience. So you want to kind of push those things, all right? So finding ourselves in a rut can just be an experience, remembering that it is healthy, to grow and change over time. And by paying attention to self-care, clearing the clutter, and pursuing happiness in the present day, you're going to find your groove. It's going to get you off that wheel. You're going to find your groove. And that's what I want you to do. Okay. So if you found this information helpful and you want to book a personal session, click on the link below. And if you want to show your appreciation, if this video had any value to you, you can click on the link below and offer a donation. And I will talk to you soon.